Hey everybody, I'm Grace and this is my first YouTube video, and today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me / makeup tutorial. To start the video, if you could like, subscribe, and comment down below, that would really help me out. And I don't really want this intro to be too long, so we're just gonna get on to the video. Alright, so to prime my face, I'm going to use these Glow facial serum drops, and I'm just going to put these all over my face. These are one of my favorite primers because it gets really like sticky and it's really hydrating, and I have super dry skin, so the hydration makes my foundation look a lot better. Plus the stickiness, I feel like, keeps my foundation on. So I'm just rubbing that in with my hands. And then next I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. And I'm going to just kind of put that in like my drier areas, like my T-zone, middle of my face areas. And this is more of a silicone based foundation primer, which kind of helps fill in the dry patches and the pores. Okay, now that I am primed and ready to go, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Foundation in the shade Fair. Now, if you are any lighter than me, or even my skin tone, this is going to be too dark for you. It is like slightly dark for me, but it looks pretty natural when you blend it out. But I mean, you can tell like it's a dark yellowy foundation, and I have more pink undertones. So but the finish of it is so pretty that I can just use some concealer to lighten up. This is one of my favorite foundations. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with my favorite Urban Studio buffing brush 182, and I'm just going to buff out the foundation. And now that that's blended in, I'm just going to go over and conceal with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Fair. And blend everything out. I've just recently discovered this concealer and I really like it. It reminds me of like a not as thick version of Shape Tape, but I think I like the finish of this one a little bit better. It's not as like matte and drying as Shape Tape is. Because I like that dewy, glowy finish. And this is a little bit better for that. now that we're blended in, I'm gonna go in and do some cream contour first. And I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Matchsticks in the shade Amber. Focus. And these are quite dry and will rip your foundation right off if you don't use something on top of them, like an oil or a serum. So I am going to use the Physicians Formula Argan Wear Argan Oil and put just like 1 or a half a drop on the top, barely any, and then just rub it across, and then you can see like it gets a lot creamier, and then go in with it. And now that I've got that all blended out, I am going to now set my face with the Bare Minerals, ooh, that's dirty, Matte and Glow powders. And I use both. So I'm going to take this little Wet n Wild flat topped brush. I love these brushes. And I'm going to go into the matte shade first and just go into my nose, like middle of my face and under eyes. So my T-zone, my chin, and then I used matte for under my eyes. This is my favorite. These are my favorite setting powders. And then for the rest of my face, I go in with the glowy side. Alright, and now our face is set. And next I am going to do my brows, and I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony. And to carve out my brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills 7B Brow Brush. I'm starting towards the middle, right at the arch, and going back. And now, once I've like filled in the back of my brow and done the 2 lines at the front, I'm going to take my brush with any leftover product and just press it on the front 3 times to create 3 little lines, and that'll help with the blending. And then after that, I'm going to blend them in, and I blend down first, then I blend up, then I blend over. And that will really help make a very gradient brow. And then after that, I just take whatever's left and go in and fix any spots that are kind of patchy. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my other brow, and I'll be right back. Alright, today my eyebrows are not twins. They not even sisters. They like a distant cousin that you only see every 3 years. But they'll work. So, next I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Fair Beige, and I'm going to cut them babies out. And to do that, I'm going to use this double-ended Profusion brush. And this angled side is really good for cutting out the brows. And now I'm just gonna cut them babies out and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back and my eyebrows look more related. Okay, next, after I do and cut out my brows, got everything looking on fleek, I'm going to use the LA Colors I Heart Makeup Contour Palette to do more of a powder contour on top of my cream contour. And this palette, let me tell you, other than this shimmer shade, which I will swatch for you, I mean, it's pretty, but it's chalky, is really nice, really buttery, and it's very comparable to the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, if not slightly better. And the only difference is that one's super expensive and this one was $6. So I really like this. This is a gem and I really enjoy using it. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my Wet n Wild little angled brush, super dirty, but that's alright, and I'm going to go into this cool, I'm going to go into this cool tone shade right there and tap it off because this one is definitely pigmented. And then I'm just going to once again carve out my cheekbones and then add a tiny bit to my forehead. Ooh. And then after that, to bronze, there's one good bronzing shade in here, and it's this top shade. And I'm going to use my Eco Tools stippling brush in this top shade and tap that off, and then to bronze. I'm just bronzing with this because this is more of like a wide brush. I don't know why I decided to start bronzing with this brush, but once I did, it worked quite well. Alright, and now that we are all types of bronzy, I'm going to take my, forgot to put it up on my vanity, my Airspun loose face powder, and this is just the translucent one, and I'm going to put it on my angled Real Techniques beauty sponge, pick some up, and I'm just going to cut that contour. And then put a little bit underneath my forehead. then I don't really bake or leave that on that long because my skin is so dry it'll start to crack and separate, and that's not a cute look. So pretty immediately I just take my Wet n Wild loose powder brush and I dust off the powder. Now I like this airspun powder a lot for cutting contour and stuff, but it smells like your grandma. It is so floral and hits you in the face when you open it up. It's just crazy. It is a crazy grandma scent. But it works, so who cares? Okay, next, I feel like my under eyes are looking a little dark today. For whatever reason, they decided not to show up. So I'm going to take this Eco Tools, doesn't tell me what it is. I'm assuming it's like a foundation brush. And I'm going to go into this banana shade. And just go under my eyes. And that just brightens everything up. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I forgot to set my brows. I'm going to use Gimme Brow in shade 3 to set my brows. This is my favorite brow mascara. Every time I go to replace it, I contemplate trying a different brow mascara, and I'm like, no girl, you're just gonna hate it. And go back to the Gimme Brow. So, Gimme Brow is my holy grail brow mascara. And looking kind of good. Kind of impressed. Okay. Woo, this light is intense. Better. Okay, next, I don't really know what kind of eye look I'm gonna do, so while I think about that, I think I'm gonna do some blush. So next I'm going to be going into the NYX Ombre Blush in Mauve Me. This is like a really pretty shade. It looks dark, but once you put it on, it's like this, like, it's just really pretty. It's almost the color of like my sweatshirt when you put it on. And I kind of swirl up at the top a little bit more because I don't want that super intense, and I'm just going back with that. And then nose across my forehead and done. Still don't know what kind of eye look I want to do, but I think I want to do matte with some kind of shimmer slash glitter. And I think I want to do a halo eye. So that's what I know. So since I'm going to do that, I think I'm going to use my little MAC Semi-Sweet ×9 palette. Yeah, this is what I'm going to use. And I'm going to go in with my absolute favorite eyeshadow brush, and this is the Blender by Bare Minerals. And I'm going to take this first white shade right there and just set my eyes. Okay. Now, as a transition shade, I'm going to go into the one under this white, into like this like pinky brown, and use that as a transition. It's kind of an intense transition, but I'm just using swiping and swirling motions to get that nice and blended out. Next, I am going to take this really ashy brown color. So we're just going straight down. And I'm going to focus that kind of on my outer corner on both eyes. And then I'm going to switch brushes, and I'm going to switch, this brush is very dirty, don't judge me. And I'm going to switch to this flat topped, like kind of squished brush, and I'm going to use that to blend into like my outer crease and just kind of blend it out. Okay, and now that those are blended, kind of, I haven't blended them all the way, I'm going to take this fluffy brush and just go back over it, and that's going to really kind of mix all the shades that I've done thus far. Okay, and now it's a lot more blended. Okay, next I'm going to go in and do the little halo eye type thing. I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush, and this is the Essential Crease brush. And I'm going to go into this the very middle brown shade. Ooh. And I'm going to blend that into both the outer corner and then I'm going to take some on the very inner corner as well, and kind of blending whatever's left on the brush from both of those sides into the crease. And this light's intense. Alright, and then I'm going to take this blendy brush, kind of and just blend those two sides out. And now back with my e.l.f. glitter primer, and I love this stuff. This stuff is amazing. And so I'm just gonna go in with my finger, I think. Put a little bit on the back of my hand and then go in with my finger on the middle of my eye. And just kind of tap it on. Alright, and now I'm going to take this little brush that I got off of Amazon, and I'm going to dip it into the glitter. Kind of tap off the excess. Look at how pretty that is. And then I need a mirror. And I'm just going to press the glitter onto where I put the glue. Okay, and now I've done one eye, I'm going to go do the other eye. Okay. And now that I've got that on, I'm going to go back in with my blender brush and this middle brown shade. And I'm just going to blend that on the outer corner and kind of tap it on the inner corner to create the halo. Alright. Now that we've done that, I'm gonna go do liner and lashes / mascara, whichever one I decide to do, off camera. And I'll be back. Alright, and I'm back, and I've got my liner, and I decided against lashes, so I did some heavy mascara. Now that I'm done with eyes, I'm going to go to highlight, and for highlight, I am going to be using the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in the shade Molten Gold. This stuff is amazing. I love it. And I will be picking that up on my Real Techniques setting brush. But this is like one of my favorite brushes for highlighting. And do you see that? Oh my god. My skin is shining. You know what? I mean, not that it gets more intense than this, but I think it needs to be more intense. So I'm going to add some, take my Mario Badescu Skincare facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. And I'm just going to wet my brush with that. And yep, it gets better. And then I'm just going to do my nose, my top lip, my chin. And get my, whoo, my gosh, that is insane. Alright, now to top all of this off, I'm going to be using my Bite Lip Lab Lipstick Duo, and I'm going to be using this shade, this pinky shade, and this is in the shade Pepper. I haven't used this before, and it smells like mentholy, like very minty. And that's the lips. Alright, and now to set my face, I'm just gonna go back in with this Mario facial spray. And whew. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender, and any place where it looks like I've gotten a lot, I'm just going to kind of press it in. And that'll help my makeup set a little bit better. Alright, and this is the finished look. And I'm actually really happy with it. Anyway, thank you for watching. It means a lot to me. Just remember, if you could please like and subscribe, that would mean the absolute world to me. And if you want to see more looks like this, follow my makeup Instagram at ooh.g.makeup, and I will have that linked down below. And thank you.